everybody and welcome to this 5th match of the 7th round of the World Cup of Wargame European Escalation. So, once again on straight ahead, we've got this time NATO versus PACT, NU Binks, so Binks from the No Unit team, and Hunter XXX playing on the PACT side, NATO being on Golf. Let's go for this game. Deployment wise, we have one commander here defended by a lot of M113s, 113. Quite an unusual defense. I've seen it from time to time, but not that much. What is more usual is the Gazelle cannon going in forward with one Gazelle AH1. A lot of troop transports, Saracen over here, a lot of autocannon units with the Vizels. We've got 4 over here, we've got a few more over here, a few Mordors VTS1s, Vabs of course, Chaparral as anti-air, over here as well. One commander going for hotel and one commander still on Golf. On the PACT side, we've got the same stuff. A lot of troop transports, some with infantry, some without. We've got some Topaz, we've got some BTRs with rifle infantry, with anti-air infantry. We've got Zalos, of course. We've got Zalos over here, commander. We've got T-80s over here. BMP 685s, Tunguska. Buck shooting at Gazelles, but just missed. And commanders. So in terms of map control, the NATO player, so Binks, stayed with Golf and sent his commander on hotel, while on the PACT side we went for a full offensive. 2 commanders on the road here. Looks like one will go for Delta and the other one on Echo, but to take Echo, Hunter will first have to clear the area of the NATO presence. And let's see how he deals with that. Buck shooting down another Gazelle, bringing the point up to 50 for the PACT player, 50 to 0. Nice start for the PACT player. So, first encounter, Zalos versus Vizels. One Vizel is down, or 2 are down maybe. Yep, 2 are down, 3, 4 are down, killed by the Zalos. 110 points for the PACT player. And the Fusiliers have taken place in the city. The Zalos stopped just before being ambushed. Very good choice over here. The BTRs are just rushing through, attacking the Saracens, and the others will probably disembark to try to push the NATO infantry out of the city and allow the commander to come and capture Echo. On Delta, while Delta has been secured by the PACT players, he's got infantry in the city, infantry in the forest, not yet correctly deployed, but it's gonna be surely quite quickly. Infantry sent on Golf for the NATO player. Hotel secured with Chaparral and VAB defending the commander. A few infantry units over here to defend and maybe attack Delta. And Mordor VTS1s supported by Vizels ready to attack on Echo. On Echo, well, the NATO player has been totally pushed back. The Fusiliers have been destroyed. A few shots of Hamas are still trying to resist here on the road. They are supported by Vizels over here and Saracens, but the overwhelming Motostrelchi force is just killing the shots of Hamas. 282 points for Hunter, 96 points for Binks. Nice little advantage here for the PACT player in this early game. 4 minutes in the game and PACT player already leading by no less than 200 points. Very good start. Echo is nearly secured by the commander over here, and the NATO player reacting to his defeat on Echo. He will try to put a bit of pressure on the Delta sector, sending in Fusiliers over here. Fusiliers going all the way around. Unfortunately, they are intercepted by the Motostrelki, BTRs, and the BMPs 685s. Yeah, the red BMPs that just killed them with a couple of shells. NATO player still capable of putting a bit of pressure on the reinforcement area of Echo. 2 T-62s have been spawned, but they are directly attacked by the VABs and the Vizels, and the units, if they disembark, will surely kill the tanks quite quickly. 2 shots of Hamas, yeah, it's gonna be pretty quick, and both tanks are shot at the same time by both squads. So for now, the NATO player is controlling, or at least denying, the reinforcement area, but it probably won't last long. Well, we'll see that, but I believe the PACT player will try all he can to retake his reinforcement area. Back on Delta, a few shots of Hamas in VABs have come all the way around here. You can see their tracks leading all the way back there. Selkares attacking the city from behind and being really cautious. Well, Hunter is counter-attacking with Motostrelki and has pulled back his commander far away, I might say. He's going all the way into Echo, not just pulling back over here or over here. He is pulling back into Echo. He is really cautious with that commander. He doesn't want it to lose it stupidly. But, well, he has aim 9, so he could see what is happening over here. So he could have just pulled it back over here with no real problem. But yeah, it's always better to secure it as most as possible. Vizel is attacking over here, trying to take the PACT player on the flank while the combat is going on over here. Unfortunately, 2 T-80s and 2 Zalos over here to push them back. Vizels will just get killed in the open space if they don't back up against those T-80s. Hopefully they are backing up and they haven't been hit by the heavy tanks. They are able to get out of this danger zone without a single loss. The Vizels are starting to lose, to be a bit short on fuel, but the supply is not far away. Infantry sent onto Foxtrot. The commander of Gov has been sent on Foxtrot. He will capture the sector and try to send in reinforcements from that point. Unfortunately for the NATO player, Hunter has positioned some troops to to destroy the spawning infantry or spawning units. Fusilier and Selkares still on Delta. Selkares have been pushed back by the Motostrelki. Unfortunately, Fusiliers are still present in the forest, and the Motostrelki have a hard time dealing with them. 6 against 17, it's pretty hard. It's a 501 with 545mm rounds against 801, 762mm rounds. The Fusilier has a neat advantage here. Still 16 and completely kill the Motostrelki over there. Motostrelki this time by Hunter sent into the forest over here to try to capture the high ground in this point of the map. Commander sent into Foxtrot, nearly arriving, will be able to send in reinforcements from over there, and the commander, I saw him move. Oh well, they just regrouped. Having a nice picnic over here. The second rep FAMAS here detected, maybe just the VAB by the BTR. So for now the NATO menace for now is more or less pushed back. Still a couple of Fusiliers here, a couple of Saracens and probably more Fusiliers over here. But the Motostrelki and BMP 685 will most then probably be able to deal with this menace. A lot of Marduk VTS-1 sent in Hotel to counter-attack on Echo. Infantry units nicely positioned here, just on the slope to ambush any unit coming from Hotel sector. Marduk's coming in, and unfortunately they are ambushed by the PACT units over here. The first ones are unharmed, just a little worried. Same for the VAB, same for the next ones, but the Motostrelki are moving forward, and the next Marduk ones will probably get some damage. One has lost 9 HPs in one shot. They are shaken. The TO-55 is just burning through their armor. 9 HPs lost here. 9 more HPs lost here, and both VTS-1s are panicking. Hopefully for, luckily, sorry, that's what the word I was looking for. Luckily, Bings hasn't lost any unit over here, but has lost quite a lot of HPs. But still, all his Marduk's are coming in to the fight. BRDM2U was sent back to Delta. Unfortunately, Saracens and Fusiliers are waiting at the top of the hill, on the top of the hill. But the BRDM2U was pulled back once more to avoid getting killed stupidly. BTR Zaros coming in to wipe out the last of the NATO infantry squads. BMP 685 killing these last Fusiliers. Fusiliers here killed by the BTR and the Zalo. The NATO menace on Delta will be wiped out in a matter of seconds, and the BRDM2U will be able to come back on the sector and recapture the area. Back on Foxtrot, facing the PACT menace over here. Binks apparently preferred to right back onto Gulf rather than spend points trying to kill units here. It's quite a nice decision here. To take back the sector, he would have had to spawn infantry to take out the Motostrelki and the BTR, and it would have been quite hard since there is one flamethrower tank right here we're ready to burn any infantry units coming in. Back on Delta, Binks is trying to put some pressure on the Pact player. 2 units lost here. The 4 Marder VTS-1s are putting pressure on the Delta sector, and 4 over here also. That's probably a mediocre choice of units, since the forest is quite dangerous for VTS-1s, even if there aren't any infantry units left, but that Binks doesn't really know it. Marders here are having a hard time against the couple of BMPs right here, so they are pulling back, especially with their low health. 2 of them had 9 HPs, had only 1 HP left. One of them has been killed, 1 VTS-1 has been hit, another once more, 4 HPs left. So on Delta, the Pact player, Hunter, has been able to push back the NATO menace over here. Marders coming in here, try to take the BMPs on the flank, but the Pact player has probably seen them. No, he hasn't. Yeah, now he has seen them, and he is pulling back from this menace. So for now, NATO will have a hard time pushing on Delta. The BRDM 2U hasn't come back, so it's still a nice economic advantage for the NATO player, 4 reinforcement points against 2. But in terms of victory points, 865 versus nearly 500, it's still more than 300 points advantage for the Pact player, and 28 minutes to go in this game. So for now, both players have more or less secured their areas. One commander has just to come back on the sector and will be at 5 points to 4. Both players have secured their areas. NATO is doing one more offensive over here, but no real big offensives for now in the game. The big offensive has been dealt with in Echo, and now it's just some skirmishes here and there with infantry units. Motorsaki here attacking, supported by BTRs, Vabs and Legionnaire attacking here, supported by Recon infantry with the Rep. And, well, once more BTRs and the Motorsaki trying to hold against the Legionnaires. And the BRDM2U still not taking care of the Delta sector. It's taking some time. Nearly 400 points advantage for the Pact player. It's going to be pretty hard for Biggs to come back. He still has 27 minutes, still has a nice income, but the game has pretty much halted right now. A few skirmishes here and there. The Pact player has been pushed back here. Legionnaires seem to be pushed back over here. They are starting to panic against these BTRs, and 40 Motorsquad infantry units have been sent to destroy these Legionnaires who are already routing against the transports. So I'll speed up the game a bit since it's just now a small face-to-face with small skirmishes. Legionnaires getting killed by the BTRs and Motorsquad. 6 of them just slaughtered by the huge numerous advantage over here. Rep has been killed over here in the forest, so it's just one big front line with once more a small infantry attack here. The infantry units were positioned at the reinforcement area, are sent into the forest, or not. And here we go, the typical ending of such games in Wargame European Escalation. We've got players calling in artillery units. Both are well positioned on their areas, on their sectors, and both players don't really want to risk an attack. They know that the attacking is quite expensive, and it would, well, be quite tricky to pull off. So they are calling in artillery. We've got the first MLRS called by Binks, and trying to deal some damage over here. Small offensive by the Pact player over here, trying to attack the reinforcement area, but AMX-30B infantry squads and ATGM are pushing them back. AMX-30B pushing even forward, and one concourse here will probably deal some damage. One shot, one killed, and second shot, second kill. Really nice shooting by the concourse here. It was rank 2, went to rank 3. So really nice shooting here by the Jeep. It's like 35 point unit killing 2 40 or 50 point units. 30B, it's more like 40 points or 50. So for now, both players are just staying on their positions. Nice positioning of infantry here on the slope, infantry in the forest, infantry over here, a couple of marders over here, anti-air, infantry in the forest. in the city. So now it's really just some observation, and yeah, we go. The shelling is taking place. One Dana has been called by the PACT player. Still the MLRS here by the NATO player. MLRS shooting probably back on the Dana. Yeah, that's it. The Dana is being shot back. The Dana is killed. Really nice shots here, allowing the NATO player to come back to 300 points behind the PACT player. Yeah, exactly 300 points. So he won 100 points. He was down 400 points, now down 300. Let's see if he's going to be able to come back in this game. A couple of units killed here. Let's speed things up a bit more. No real combat going on. T62 against Rep, but that's pretty much it. One M113 being shot at by the tanks here, but Dana shooting at the M13, M113, M113. Yeah. Oh, another artillery called in, one R.U.S.E, and the MRA shooting once more on the maybe Dana, maybe supplies, but yeah, Bings has come back 200 points, still 200 points to behind his opponent, but he has gained some points compared to 10 minutes ago, so he is in a quite good position to come back in this game. If he continues like that, he will be able to come back and equalize the score. But for now, he is still 200 points behind his opponent, and apart from MLRS and R.U.S.E, two of them have been called. The second one is here. Apart from those artillery units, I really don't see how he can come back in the game. He's got very few units, a few marders here that could do some damage. The Rep is totally ambushed. Yeah, pulled back just behind the building. Really nice move by the recon infantry. Dana shooting in the forest, a few BTRs coming in to attack. Legionnaire and Mordors defending the position, but Legionnaire are getting killed. One infantry unit has been killed, and the Legionnaire is down to 4, 3, 2, and 3. Yeah, one just popped. Once again, the shelling is taking place. Last shells of the Dana are being shot. The MLR is shooting, probably trying to take out the ME9, getting out of it with 5 HPs left, just in time. So for now, it's 130 points behind. Binks is closing the gap, but will he be able to take back his last points? We've seen in the previous game, I think it's a Luca, not really sure. Yeah, I think it's a Luca. Sniping at the last minute the commander of his opponent, but there is no recon behind the PACT lines, and it doesn't look like the NATO MLRS is shooting at the commanders. He doesn't really know where they are. 200 points behind, a bit less. Small offensive here, ATGM unit going back into transport, but still shot by the Dana. That's lots of points given to the enemy, 200 points. So the gap is widening once more. ATGMs once more attacking over here, trying to take out a few units, but the Topaz and the Zelos are charging in. Chaparral is pulling back. The VAB has reinforced the units and is pulling back more than once, counter-attacking, trying to take out units, but the Zalo is pulling back as well as the Topaz. Nice move over here. Still this shelling. The Concourse is being shot at by the T8, by the AMX AUF1. The Concourse is killed. And 6 minutes left in this game. No real attack over here, just relying on the artillery. The two more AMX AUF1 is going to be an all-out shelling right now in the end of the game. Maybe he will be able to come back. He's got 40 points between both players. And a few Topaz killed. Yeah, the gap is widening, but I'm not sure he will be able. He's got only 5 minutes left. It's really short. He's got 4 more ones, but that's not enough to attack the area. 2 Danas, 3 Danas on the PACT side, shooting on the MLRS, and the Danas back just in time. That's really nice reaction by Hunter. Losing those 2 Danas would have been really costly. 130 points between both players 3 minutes ago. A bit of action over here, VAPs coming in, but the VAPs are killed by the infantry over here. The Chasseurs can't do much right now. Shelling by the AMX AUF1, but the PACT player is moving his units in a very good way. He's reacting to the NATO shelling. So NATO player going on another strategy. He is spawning ATGM, no not AGM, autocannon units, and will probably send them directly in the packed lines, but 1 minute 30 seconds left. Not sure it will be enough time to gain some points. And one R.U.S.E attacking also, yeah, he stopped. That was weird. Another one's charging in the packed lines, attacking the concourse, attacking the T-62s. Will they be able to do some kills? 162 dead, 1 BTR dead. The packed player is pulling back, really nice move. Even the commander here has pulled back. Yeah, he saw the autocannons coming in, and the autocannon attack came a bit too late and didn't allow Bings to come back and win the 200 points he needed to win the game. 1,517 points against 1,308 points. Was a close game, finished with artillery and well, as usual, I might say, very close in terms of command points. Both players took the middle sectors, but the NATO player came back to his original sector. The PACT player lost, which sector is it? Delta, for a few moments, for long minutes, I might say. And Bing's fallen against Hunter. Very nice game from both players. Big push in Echo, and then it finished with their artillery. So yeah, quite a nice game. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you liked it, and see you pretty soon for the sixth game in this round 7 of the World Cup. Thanks for watching. See you.